Howdy y'all, Tom and Zord here. And you know what, it is summertime, and something that I probably should know about is hats. And we're gonna try and go through and see what the best idea for your park hat could be, because guess what, it's gonna be hot, it's gonna be kind of crazy and crowded maybe for the summer. Who knows? Hopefully, I guess it could be. But it really is a tough choice, because you can go anywhere from goofy to classy. So let's figure out the best summer park hat, or the best park hat in general. And nothing like a play on a flat cap. Of course, this is the toothless hat. You get to be a dragon. How cool is that? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit warm, it's felt, it's fuzzy, it fits well, and it is kind of like a flat cap right behind me, or on either side of me. But do we really want to wear this when it's 100 degrees out and 100% humidity? It may not be the best choice, but I will say, I like it. It should be worn soon, I think. Maybe next time I go to Universal. Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea for the summer. Copy Gold Leader, can we get winter back here in Florida? Can we get those 70 degrees back? It's 100 degrees, 100% humidity. We need a little bit more coolness here. Yeah, copy. All in all, this hat obviously does not make sense for the summer, but I do say I'm a big fan of bowler hats. They should make a comeback. I like this one. This is definitely one I've worn in the parks before. Once it gets to those 50s, 60s numbers, where it's not really going to be a sweat fest in the theme parks, but I do say it's a decent park hat. The only problem is it just fits maybe in the Universal lockers. You really have to think about those hat details for the locker systems at Universal. It's something we gotta deal with, but you gotta understand everyone's gotta deal with it. So think about your hat choices in terms of like compactness, maybe crushability. So in terms of Universal, no, but Disney, I can get away with this in Disney pretty well for most rides. On the same idea of compactness and crushability, this is a no. This is like a hard, you can hear it, right? It's a hard hat. So this is definitely not a good Universal hat. This is mainly my Animal Kingdom, but I will say it gets warmer than you think, so it's not a great idea for the summer. So I would say spring, fall, these type of hats are probably best suited for then. It does a good job of keeping the rain off, kinda, and it does do a decent job of blocking some sun without getting in the way of Zort. That's a very important part. Zort needs his space. Now, of course, you have the traditional baseball or trucker hat. This is one of my favorites go-to from the Polynesian. It's got a nice little like wicker design to it, straw hat feel. I do think lighter colors might work better for the summertime. There is a possibility always of that like sweat staining. You are going to be sweating. It's hot out, it's Florida, it's the summer. It's gonna happen, but I will say this is definitely a good choice. I also think trucker hats with the mesh in the back are a very good possibility. Let some breathability in. I don't think you want a traditional flat cap. And again, this is about figuring how to get in a locker or store it on a more thrilling ride. You can always undo the back. Those fitted caps you might have to hold on to. I'm just saying, you gotta think ahead. Now, of course, when it gets really sunny, you want to have some protection. You want something light. Now, again, Universal side, this might be a tough fit in the locker. Of course, this is my Tokyo Tom hat. This is from Batu, from Black Spire Outpost. It is a good sun hat. I like the internal headband. There is an internal tightening headband, so you can actually get this to fit you a little bit better compared to some other ones. So it's not like a one-size-fits-all solution. I do appreciate that. Here, let me show you the headband I'm talking about. See, internally, you have a way to tighten it. So this fits a variety of head sizes, and there are similar type of sun hats. I do like this one for wearing in Batu for Galaxy's Edge. It works well for the theming of that universe. I have not tried it in a Universal locker yet, so I should think about that. But as for a sun hat, I do like having something that's meant for the park I'm going to. Obviously, everyone doesn't need that though. Now you do have these shorter brim sun hats, which I almost consider more like a fedora. It does have a cloth liner, which does help block out some of the sun and some of the reflection back up. But again, it's so rigid, I don't know how it would do with locker systems in Universal and SeaWorld. So you have some issues with some of these more rigid hats. I don't know if they are the best choice for wearing to a theme park in the summer. I do think Disney, you can get away with it because you don't really have to put things in lockers and you can always hold the hat, or even with the drawstrings, clip it on your bag. It's something you have to think about though. Going on the line with that, I have one of my more recent hats, a boonie style hat, which does have a cord, so again, it'll keep you on. I've actually worn this on Everest and on Big Thunder Mountain. It stayed on when I tightened up the cord, so it's a good thing to know. It also has flappable button aspects for when it rains more. Now I noticed that it actually does kind of dry in the position you leave it though after it gets rained on, because I got poured on wearing this last time at Magic Kingdom. This is a good option though because it does crush into a bag and you should be able to do it definitely in Universal, no issues in terms of crushability and locker usage. I'm pretty sure it's a good choice over around if you don't mind looking a bit like an Aussie. Again, on the more stylish side of things, you have the flat cap or Gatsby. Things that are a little bit more European in style, but definitely a good look. Now they have different cloth and fabric options for these. You can go from leather to a cotton mesh to a twill. Depending on what you want, it'll definitely be good for the summer. You just have to pick the style and sort of the look you're looking for. This one actually is from Raglan Road, and it's actually from one of my holiday favorite movies, The Quiet Man. So this is a good choice for Universal or Disney. No clips, so you can't really attach it to a bag on a ride, but it'll crush into a bag pretty well, and definitely no issue in a locker because it lays flat. That's why it's called a flat cap. Going to a little bit more of the ridiculous, but not really the ridiculous, we do have like the more cowboy style hats. These will make your head hotter, so it's going to trap the heat in the hat. You don't want that. It's 100 degrees outside, 100% humidity. This is a great winter fall hat for a theme park. You will get some sun protection. They can look cool if you're wearing it to the right situation, but I will say this is more of a colder weather hat, so those leather, wool, felt type of cowboy hat options kind of goes with the bowler hat. Keep it for cooler climates. It'll make your life a lot easier. Back to the 90s, we have the bucket hat, a little bit different than that boonie bucket hat concept. Shorter brim, very crushable. Water, be okay, but you're not really getting that much sun protection on these. It's probably a good choice if you need something pocketable, and it's very unisex friendly in terms of the hat. But I don't know if this is the one I would choose necessarily to wear all the time, especially since I do appreciate the drawstring, because if you do want to try on a hat, or if you just want to have your hat off, you don't have to hold it or put it in a bag, because you can just, let it rest on your back. And, honestly, Zort kind of likes having the string to play around with on the hats. It's a little weird. It's a little bit of a fetish. I don't know. So this is Tom and Zort Lurg Attractions figuring out that saying don't be afraid to be the fool. And let me know your hat choices. And again, comment below. What do you think is the best hat choice to wear? Or do you go sans hat in the theme parks without hat? Sans is French for without, right? Oh, whatever. Enjoy your time in the parks. Comment below.